This MFL Marmac Coach Conversation brought to you by Birdnow Chevrolet, by Havlicek Trucking, and by Meyer Auto Service. We're here with head coach Dan Anderson. You made the trip down to Guttenberg on Friday night, got the victory over Clayton Ridge. A scoreless first quarter. You got things rolling in the second quarter and really never looked back. What'd you take away from Friday night?
Well, I got to give a lot of credit to the Clayton Ridge kids. They had a good game plan to stop us, and they played really enthusiastic, inspired football. It was their homecoming. They always play us tough. It's a big rivalry, and so no matter what the records are, you can expect a really good fight out of them. And they fought hard the whole game. The first quarter there, they did a few things that gave us a few problems. Defense played well. Our defense played really well and held them, but they were doing a few things defensively that were causing some issues, but we got that figured out in the second quarter.
Kellen McShane, 355 yards, 3 touchdowns. Enough said, right?
Yeah, he had a big game. He broke the school record in rushing. I think he had nearly the record at halftime. We didn't tell him that, but they were breathing fire. They were those Clayton Ridge kids, they were bringing both inside linebackers blitzing and caused some problems in the first quarter. If you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Like I tell our guys, if you blitz too often, it's going to cost you, and that's what happened. We talked a little bit there at the end of the first quarter about how we're going to make a few adjustments on blocking, and we got that figured out. And then next thing you know, 3 consecutive plays, Cullen goes 75, and the next time he touched the ball, it was 73. The next time he touched the ball was 62, all on the same play. We ran the same play 3 times in a row for 3 touchdowns because we saw something that they were giving us, and so we took it.
And when you average 11.1 yards per rush, that means the offensive line is doing its job too, correct?
Right. And we had some big plays. There were still some mistakes, but the offensive line, they played well. We still have to pick up the blitz better, but we work that every week, and we'll work it more this week. But run blocking, physical, we were more physical this week. I thought, we were knocking them back, even though they had some big boys. And the backs ran hard, and the receivers blocked well. So, we did what we needed to do to win.
You talked about your big play ability, the 360-plus yard touchdown runs from Cullen McShane. Wyatt Powell had a scoop and score on defense. What do you credit your team's big play ability to? Because seemingly it's happening week in and week out.
Yeah, a lot of it comes down to just having good athletes, guys that can run. We do have some pretty good skill guys that can run right now. We do drills, scoop and score drill. It's not like we don't work that kind of stuff. So we work those drills, and just being able to get to the second level. Good, Cullen broke tackles, strong, lifting weights, in there every morning still. I just got out of the weight room with those guys right now, and they're in there working their legs and getting stronger. So, that kind of stuff just breeds success. And if you've got guys that are pretty athletic and you give them some blocks to the line of scrimmage, they can break tackles to the second level and go for the big play.
In the first 4 weeks of this season, you've had 4 non-offensive touchdowns, 2 special team scores, 2 defensive scores. How important is it to get plays like that? Because they can change momentum on the dime, can't they?
Well, they can. Yeah, they for sure. And that was really big there in that scoop and score because, Clayton Ridge really was playing us tough. They were being very physical. They were playing good football, and it was 21-14 there in the third quarter. And when we got that scoop and score, that really, it didn't seal the deal, but it sure gave us a little bit more breathing room. And special teams, we've been working that more this year than we normally do. The kids are doing a good job out there. We're trying to get the best athletes out there on the kickoff, kick return, punt return that we possibly can. One thing, though, with our kids is that bus ride home on Friday night, you would have never thought that we won that ball game. The kids were quiet. You could have heard a mouse fart. It was so quiet on that bus. The kids were they didn't feel like they played their best game, and I think it's just a testament to our expectations that it's not only winning, but we want to play well. And like I said, a lot of credit goes to Clayton Ridge. They played us really tough, but I don't think we played our best football game overall. And the kids knew that, and they were really quiet on the ride home, and they want to play better than that.
And this week, it's a homecoming for you guys as Starmont comes to town. What do you expect out of the Stars?
Hey, they are physical. They are the old school Starmont from back 20, 25, 30 years ago. They come right at you. There's nothing fancy. They play good defense. We've noticed that. They've held some really tough opponents. to low scores. They were leading on Wapsie Valley at halftime last Friday night, 8-7. They tackle well, and so we expect them to give us everything we can handle and more. Play good defense. You're always in the ball game. So, and they play great defense over there at Starmont. And so, I expect we need to get up early on them, make them, play from behind, make them throw the ball, which they're not, as accustomed to, but they sure can pound the ball at you. They're old school. They've got backs that run hard. They've got linemen that fire out low. It should be a really good ball game.
All right, Coach, keep your kids healthy. We wish you best of luck Friday night.
All right. Thanks, Darren. Appreciate it.
This MFL Marmac Coach Conversation brought to you by Birdnow Chevrolet, Havlicek Trucking, and Meyer Auto Service.